JJ, how awkward would it be at this point for Pete Alonso to return to the Mets?
Listen, it's going to be incredibly awkward. There's no getting around that because the Mets have kind of made their feelings pretty strong over the last few months and especially over the last few weeks that bringing Pete Alonso back is not necessarily their highest order of priority, and it's not the sort of, red carpet treatment that Pete maybe thought he was going to get years ago, maybe not the red carpet treatment he thought he was going to get after his big postseason. But the more and more we look into this, and I have wavered on this, Eamon, as you know, because we've been sitting here every day talking about the future of Pete Alonso. About a month ago, I'm like, it makes too much sense. Pete and the Mets, they're going to find common ground. They're going to work it out. Then all the reports come out 2 weeks ago, and I'm like, okay, it looks like we've reached the point of no return. Well, we're past that point of no return. Nobody seems to want him. Sorry, I don't buy Cincinnati. And Keith, with each passing day, it makes it that much more likely he ends up back here.
Yeah, and I don't think it's going to be as awkward as we all think. I mean, listen, we've all been through relationships that didn't work out on one side, and then maybe you're like, but maybe it could work out. Listen, we're in a spot right now where Pete Alonso has probably nowhere to go. The Mets are a good spot for him. He loves New York. I mean, Eamon, you and I were joking about, if he comes back and how it would be, at that press conference. I know exactly. I always wanted to be here. I love New York. I'm a lifer. Let's win a World Series. There you go.
Right. But he's not the problem. They signed Ryan Stanek before they signed Pete Alonso. All right, the Padres are apparently shopping two of their starting pitchers. John Heyman reports the Mets have asked about Dylan Cease, while Ken Rosenthal has reported that Michael King is on the block as well. So, Keith, who do you think makes more sense for the Mets to go get?
If we're going to go with 1 year rental and Dylan Cease is on a 1 year left of his contract, I'll go Dylan Cease here. 4th last year in Cy Young voting. And this is what you'd be getting. He is your ace, the front-line starter. And you worry about everything free agency-wise afterwards, when all Mets fans will hopefully be rejoicing because they won a World Series, because this guy started Game 1 of the World Series and maybe Game 5 also, and that's when you win.
I'm going the other way here, and I understand the strikeout potential of Dylan Cease. My fantasy team has benefited from that over the last couple of years, but he's also very erratic at times. I know he finished 4th in the Cy Young voting. This is a guy who can walk the ballpark. We saw him absolutely blow up 2 years ago with the Chicago White Sox. And I just think Michael King is kind of on that upward trajectory. I think he has just flat out found it as a starting pitcher. You saw it at the end of 2023 with the Yankees. I go back to that wild card series against the Atlanta Braves where he was flat out unhittable in a playoff game. And I'd be fantasizing about Michael King, who's continuing to grow as a starting pitcher, being a part of the Met rotation.
You dropped fantasy twice there, so I got to paraphrase Seinfeld and say your whole life is a fantasy team. All right, you can't tell the story of the 24 Mets without their vibe guy, Mr. OMG himself, Jose Iglesias. So far, though, the Mets haven't shown him the love or the money or the interest for a 2025 reunion. JJ, what gives?
I'm a little surprised by this. Now, it may be that Jose Iglesias is looking for a payday after a year that came out of nowhere when his career looked completely washed. So there's that. The Mets also have a lot of young infielders that are trying to work their way into the equation. So maybe that's preventing the reunion in 25. Keith, there's a team on the other side of town that lost Juan Soto.
Yep.
There's a team on the other side of town that needs an infielder to maybe play second or third base. I don't know if OMG is going to be the song of the 2025 Yankees. Yankees should make that call. I would bring Iglesias to the team.
I agree with you there. I'm the New York Mets. I want my vibe guy in. I want someone who actually was good at baseball also last year. So, Eamon, I'll keep this quick. The Mets need to bring him back. Make sure you get him into this clubhouse and continue the good vibes rolling.